13 września 2025. Właśnie pełnię służbę. W najmniejszej telewizji na świecie oczywiście. Mamy godzinę 3:25 po północy. Zaglądam do, tak powiem, internetu, który jest za oceanem oczywiście, bo tam już nieco inna godzina i muszę wam powiedzieć, że 40 lat temu takie służby pełniłem przez 1,5 roku, będąc wcielony przymusowo do jednostki wojskowej, bez mojej zgody. I to była służba na słuchu, tak? Czyli radiostacja. No i mam pewne doświadczenie w obserwacjach słuchowych, ale przede wszystkim również wzrokowych, bo jestem z zawodu fotografem i widzę wiele rzeczy, których ludzie, którzy nie są doświadczeni w tych tematach, nie widzą po prostu. Od dzisiaj fotografia się już tak, powiem tak, żeby tu nikogo nie obrazić, takie będzie, tak, TikToki, nawet niektórzy mylą TikTaki z TikTokami, ale słuchajcie, żeby nie przedłużać. Temat, który powrócił po 20 latach, tak, do mnie w kwestiach dowodów. Ostatnio mówiłem wam o sferze z metalu, która została odkryta w Kolumbii i została pokazana na konferencji w Meksyku. The Bogosphere, tak? Czy Bogosphere, czyli sfera Boga może, tak powinniśmy ją nazwać. No i mamy dzisiaj, słuchajcie, znowu kolejną rewelację, to już abstrahując od tej komisji w Kongresie Stanów Zjednoczonych. Dzisiaj zrobimy sobie malutką przerwę, ale ta przerwa będzie naprawdę króciutka. Chcę wam zaprezentować fragment telewizyjnego wywiadu, rozmowy na temat, no właśnie, tych metalicznych kul, które od 20 lat mnie prześladują w jakimś tam sensie, ale są też czymś takim, co popycha mnie w tym kierunku, żeby tą tajemnicę odkryć. No i tu mały fragment, który za chwileczkę wam zaprezentuję na temat tego, co w tej chwili Pentagon stworzył.
All right, welcome back. So is the U.S. government trying to send signals out beyond humans? That is a question that is posed in a new opinion piece in The Hill. Merrick von Rennenkampf writes the Pentagon's UFO office is sending cryptic alien messages. He's a UFO expert, was an analyst with the State Department as well as an Obama administration appointee over at the U.S. Department of Defense, and he joins us now. Merrick, thank you for being here on The Hill. What do you mean by that? The Pentagon's UFO office is sending cryptic alien messages. Explain it, please.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. So the Pentagon has a new UFO office that has been stood up at the urging of Congress. It's about 30 people working in this office. It's a fairly significant undertaking. And they just unveiled their website. And one of the documents on that website is a mission overview, basically. And tucked in that document is a stock image that is titled Alien Technology in a Metallic Ball. And that normally, under normal circumstances, could be taken and interpreted any possible way. Could be a prank by an intern, what have you. But there's a fascinating amount of context here that leads me to believe that there's more than meets the eye. And in short,
like what? Because some people might hear that and say, Mark, come on, like that's a stretch. But what would you tell them?
Absolutely. So the director of the Pentagon's office gave a presentation back in May, and that he said that the most commonly observed UFO are metallic orbs. I'm quoting directly, metallic orbs that have been seen all around the world conducting very interesting apparent maneuver. So, Blake, I don't know if you know of any metallic orbs that can maneuver, but if you do, I'd love to drive one. I'd love to have one in my garage.
Okay.
This goes back up to World War II. So at the end of World
so
War
there's
II,
a headline from the New York Times: floating mystery ball is a new Nazi air weapon, December 14th, 1944. Which, I mean, if pilots were, or folks back then were, or you're saying, are basically seeing the things that we're seeing now. What is it? 80 years later, 75 years later.
Bingo! You get the nail on the head. So that started back in World War II. And it continued. You see reporting in the late 1940s into the early 1950s consistently in government documents saying that the most commonly observed UFO, just like today, is a metallic sphere, a metallic orb, a circular object. And fast forward to 2014 and 2015, and naval aviators off the U.S. East Coast were detecting on their sensors very strange objects that were conducting very, very bizarre maneuvers. They were stationary against hurricane force winds. They were flying at Mach 2, and eventually they got eyeballs on these things. And guess what?
Yeah.
They were round spheres. So my radar is peaked here. My interest is peaked.
But bring me back to the website, Mark. Bring me back to the website. What is we're sending out a signal?
Yes. So tucking away a stock image that is literally titled, it's an Adobe stock image that's titled Alien Technology in a Metallic Ball. That to me is interesting. Yes, exactly. That's literally the name of that image. So that is sending an interesting message. I do you think it's interesting, Blake? I certainly do, given all of the context.
I'm fascinated by all this. I think it's yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, absent all of that context, I think there's, there's maybe a prank at play here, or we don't need to read too deeply into this. But given the history of this and what we're seeing, I'm intrigued.
Mark von Rennenkampf, thank you for joining us here on the Hill.